New microphone. Who's this? Is it up? Time to go say it in the Discord. M. Trying to remember how to even get the link to share it. Don't worry, I got this. I'm a professional. Okay, good. Tell me if this microphone is audible. It's new. I got it 2 days ago. I mean, I guess I could just listen to it myself. Sounds audible to me. Hello. Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. This one actually picks up sound, unlike the old one. I have, once again, no plans. I promised in the last stream that I would stream before the end of the year, so here I am. I also have a cat on my lap. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I had some plans of something to talk about. Just kind of an idea. I don't know if I'll bring it up right now, or maybe in a bit. I mean, I guess I could bring it up now. I mean, it's nothing negative. I imagine it'll only get a good reaction. I hope. Hello. So I guess I'll just say my idea. But my idea was to do I was thinking of calling it Wheel Wednesday, where I take prompts that anyone can just submit, and then I spin it. And then I just draw that prompt. And I imagine everyone's going to like it because it's like, hey, if you get a prompt, that's awesome. And then it also is just more interesting than something random. At least I like to think it will be. And then I was thinking I would just give like Patreon prompts more priority, where it's like say if there was 2 prompts, one of a Patreon and one of a not, the Patreon person would be like a larger slice of the pie, basically. How would I do it? So like, imagine this was prompts, and then these 2 bigger slices were the Patreon prompts. That's the idea. And then every Wednesday I would just do one of those. Now, where would I get these prompts? Probably make something on the Discord, but I could also take YouTube comments. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't work. It seems like it'd be fun. And then I could start that like immediately on the new year. Right? New Year is Wednesday, right? Yes. The 1st is indeed a Wednesday. So I could start that. That is the only thing I had to talk about. I have nothing else. So I imagine it's going to be a whole lot more sketching, unless people have ideas. I'm open to ideas. I just need to set up something for that. Maybe you could do a Discord channel. Or again, just leave it in the comments. I'll make a list. I promise. And I could try to do voiceovers for them if I, on that process. with this new mic and all that works, thankfully. I was also thinking of maybe doing more on the cross project today, just because I feel like that is a stream type thing, or at least in my mind it's more of a stream type thing, because I have not really worked on it at all since whenever it was streamed last. I mean, I did work on it one time, but like that's not very it's not very much. And here's Metaphor right now, lover of the cross project. That, if I recall correctly. So I could absolutely do that. Where would I go with it? I'm not sure. Voiceovers would be awesome. Yeah, I think they're nice when I do them, if I have something to talk about. Otherwise, I do feel like I just rambled the whole time, because I do try to fill the whole 10 minutes. And let me tell you, I do not have 10 minutes worth of stuff to talk about, basically ever in those videos. Your cat. I have a cat on my lap right now. I don't know if your cat's on your lap. I'm going to imagine... I'll just imagine yes. Just because. It's like, it's nice that way. Something like that. What was I talking about? The voiceovers, yes. So I think the last voiceover was not Christmas. It was... Oh no, it was Christmas. I believe that was the last one. The Yule night. And it's a whole lot of rambling. I would hope that I end up getting better at doing voiceovers and stuff if I do them. Like, even now, I feel like I have so many pauses. I'm probably repeating myself. I don't think I'm saying too many ums or ahs yet. Is this why people come up with a plan before streaming? Sounds smart. But I am not smart. Nor am I really your streamer. I've only done it a couple times. I don't think that constitutes. Also, I already did the daily drawing for today. I'm sorry about that. If you were looking forward for that. It's already done. Maybe I could give a sneak peek. Who knows? So I could... That's why people make scripts. So true. I need a script even though I hate writing scripts. And have never done so. Including times where I had to do like prepared speeches for classes in the past. I just didn't do that. And then I winged it. And it turned out great every time. I mean, like, for me, it was horrible. But apparently... to the people listening, it seemed completely fine. So, you know, it's chill. My stream is just giving me a warning that the current bitrate is terrible. I can't do anything about that. Or at least the things that I could do, I don't know how to do them. Scripts on streams are not needed. Just subjects that you know what to talk about, in my opinion. That's true. If I had a good subject to talk about, I could probably go a while, at least. And no, City Beast is not the one that I was talking about for the today's. Today, I guess it depends on time zone. It might be today for you. But the one that I did for the next one, day 1714, is done. Just not out yet. Okay, my cat is leaving me. This is so sad. The cat has left the room. Oh, my horribly squeaky chair. The problem is that I don't come up with topics to talk about either. I just come in here going, oh yeah, I'm going to stream. It's always fun. And then I get here and I'm like, oh shoot, how do you stream? And then, that's how I end up here every time. In this exact scenario. Crazy how that happens. Do zero planning and then get surprised when it doesn't work. Who needs planning anyways, though? Not I. Haha. Hee hee. Also, the stream quality is not just like awful, right? I'm getting so many warnings about the bitrate. It's probably fine. I'm not playing any games or anything. I'm just drawing. And these are just little sketches. These aren't even detailed, so like, you don't need to see them. Right? For sure, for sure. So, how did I come up with the idea of making videos on YouTube? Friends pestered me to do it. That's a big one. I can't remember, but I think some people on DeviantArt, when I was just posting on there, might have also said, hey, time lapses would be cool. But that might have only been like a couple people. I don't exactly remember. But what I do know is that many of my friends were like, you should just make videos. And then when I did that, they were like, you should make a Patreon. Although Patreon was also egged on by YouTube comments. So basically, I just succumbed to peer pressure multiple times, over and over again. That's the usual. You know what? We all know it. It happens. Womp womp. Yeah. You never peer pressured me. You're my biggest hater. Always have been. So true. Coming at me. Just hating on me. Every time. Ruined. Where do people get topics to talk about? This is hard. I can't think of anything. Words. I'm doing the uhs and ahs. I'm ruined. It's over. Only like 18 minutes into the stream or whatever, and it's already over. I'm already ruined. Everyone's gone. It's all falling apart. Greetings, fellow normal humans. Normal humans? What? What? You may be right. Define normal. And humans. Just to make sure. Hold on. Can I? Ah, yes. Hold on. I've come up with an idea. 1714. Yes. Humans know, like you. Haha. Yeah. Yeah. It's better keep yes and no in the poll. Yes. There. Here's my thing to talk about. Haha. I've done it. I've done the thing. I've come up with a topic, kinda, sorta. If you could call it that. I don't know if you could call it that, but it is something. And I have a feeling I know exactly what the answer is going to be, but like, gotta get that engagement. Yeah. The poll engagement. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. All I have to do is make 5,000 polls for every action I do, and then the stream will go crazy. And everything will be boiled down to a yes or no, which is completely reasonable and typical of everyday life. Normal humans at service. What are the commands, boss? I'm not the boss. I just work here, man. Depressing. No, it's not depressing. Just be happy, and then click the yes box. That's how it works, right? Anyway, I'm ending the poll. I can see the writing on the wall. 100% yes. So I need to open. Ba-da-ba-ba. 2 votes. 2 votes for yes. This is a democracy. Here's your sneak peek, also known as literally the whole thing. Sneak peek ended. Did you enjoy it? I hope you got a good look at it. To my knowledge, auto pausing, or the choice to pause, is on this stream, unless it's off by default, which would be crazy. I never checked it. I just assumed it's on. So if you want to look at it, I guess you can just do that. Theoretically. Again, I don't know if it's actually on or not. I'm just trusting that YouTube has the smart default option on. But YouTube is not known for being exactly smart in all categories. Sadly. Don't tell them I said that. They already hate me enough for making 10-minute videos with low viewer watch percentages. Or whatever it's called. The average view duration, that's what it is. They hate me for that. They being big YouTube. This person is definitely horribly slanted. Don't worry, I got this. Fixed. Yeah, you could call me not an expert. I can't make that joke. I'm not close enough to being an expert. You can call me a Krita user, digital art enthusiast. YouTube is smart in some category. Is that what you're saying? They are very good at keeping you on the app. their gosh darn algorithm does in fact do something kind of sort of. Even if it is bullying me, their algorithm bullies me. You heard it here first. I'm a small creator. YouTube hates me. And this is why I'm gonna make... No, I can't make any jokes. No jokes about making videos on, like... What is it? What's one of those other... like Vimeo? I feel like that is not Dailymotion. Is that the one of the video hosting services? It's been a week since you last used your YouTube on your phone. Your will is strong. My will is absolutely not that strong. The last time I used YouTube on my phone was today. Yeah. My will is weak. I get all that dopamine from watching videos. I can't help it. It's so good at serving me the things that I want to see from the creators that I've been watching, and not the people that I'm subscribed to. Because subscriptions mean nothing anymore. You're addicted to other medias, though? Hey, some other medias are really good, like movies. And anything else you like to do, like if you like reading, those can be addicting. I don't read, though. At least not like actual books. I read things like manga. Wow. Daring today. What about your faith? By faith, do you mean like religion? Or like... I don't do that here. I'm just chilling. You're so talented. The problem is your perspective. You draw foggy and cloudy drawings as if you've never seen the sun in your life. I hope your perspective changes. That's because I have not seen the sun in my life. It's very dark in my room. There's a bookshelf blocking one of the windows, and currently the other window is covered in blinds, and also it's winter, which does not help. And some of them are bright, just not most of them. Time to cherry pick an example. Oops, that's not... That create example cherry picked. There are bright ones. You just have to look. There's a lot. There's a lot of not bright ones. That doesn't mean that I'm not happy or anything. That just means that it's easier for me to think of horrible monsters. Or at least make them look okay. If I knew how to make not horrible monsters look better, I'd probably do them more. Which is probably a good argument on why I should do them more. Just to learn. Which is like fair argument. Looks great. Thank you. Thank you. I'd say most of my landscapes that I've done are actually on the brighter side. Some of them are like foggy and cloudy, obviously. But at least the ones that I like more are brighter. So, you know, the ones I'm biased towards are bright. But thinking about it, there are actually, there are a lot of foggy ones. And the typical drawings, yes, very foggy. So foggy, in fact, that I have made a couple creatures explaining why it's so foggy. Like the fog frog. Just a frog that spewed fog out of its back. Typical normal creature things. And also it was a horrible monster. But like that's besides the point. I mean, that might be actually directly related to the point, but this is a completely inaccurate representation of the fog frog from back in the day. This isn't even close to what it actually looked like, but you get the idea. Perfect. One thing I notice on people who find you wonder if you draw emotion-based art. You don't know the real name. Let me tell you. I put like no emotion into my art. At least none of my own emotion. Which that's probably sounds really surprising. Hold on, let me look through the catalog. You know, I think I'm just a silly little goofball. I just draw what I think looks cool. Lame answer, I know. You can get the pitchforks and torches now. You can call me a liar if you'd like. But it's true, it's true. At least I like to think it's true. And another surprise is that I don't like horror movies. I don't like looking at super gory things. This may all seem like lies, but it's true. You gotta believe me. Although I completely understand any skepticism. Half the time I don't even have like a good idea of what to draw. But I mean, I think that's just a result of, you know, drawing every day. Can't have a good idea every time. That'd be ridiculous. I'm looking through to try to see if there's any like... Yeah, no, I don't think there's any super emotionally ones. Insert joke about abstract art here. I just like drawing monsters. Fine monster. Do you believe in nihilism? Nah. Isn't nihilism like a really pessimistic thing? Yeah, no. No. I like to think of myself as a pretty optimistic person. Which, again, I understand if you don't believe it. I get it. My art is not the optimistic looking type. But you gotta believe me. Separate the art from the artist. In this case, at least. Maybe not in every case. Ah, geez, they all have these misconceptions about me because my art is all goofy. And using the word goofy to describe it is, it's a choice. It's my choice. Yeah, oops. Well, looks like you got another sneak peek. That was an accident, though. Honest. I believe in my own morals. That's what I believe in. And they just happen to align with what most people think are good. Like, don't be murdering people. And also, it makes me feel bad if I make other people feel bad. Think like nihilism, a lot like stoicism, but less testosterone based. Let me tell you, I believe in like morals and stuff. Which, on my 2 seconds of reading the garbage AI overview of nihilism, they're like, They reject morality, knowledge, or meaning. Which, I mean, I probably shouldn't be reading this AI overview because it's garbage every time. But nihilism, the rejection of all religious and moral principles. Yeah, definitely not that. The belief that life is meaningless. Yeah, no. I have never thought that, and I do not currently think that. That's too much for me. Too much negativity. But I've also never prescribed to like a actual philosophy that has like a defined thing, or at least to my knowledge, I've never looked into it. So like for all I know, I'm just following some steps of some philosophy exactly to the T right now, and I just don't know what it's called, or that it exists at all. Who knows? Anyway, time to bring up how I don't really get how to draw feet still, because I never do it. Right in the middle of this philosophical conversation. See, that's not nihilism. That is just a pessimistic view. You are not nihilist, though. You just really like philosophy. Happy New Year. You have managed to join at a great time where we're having philosophy discussions. And by we're having philosophy discussions, it's more like I don't know enough about philosophy, but luckily some people in the chat do. What do I think of solipsism? I probably said that wrong, but I've also never seen that word in my life. The quality of being very self-centered or selfish. Well, that seems not cool. That is very much not me. So what do I think of it? I think that is very selfish. Something exactly like that, actually. I'll just have to cut off this person's feet. I don't like them. And it's too weird to look up references for it. So, that's just how it's going to have to be. The artist dilemma. You cannot look up references of feet. And you know, that's okay. That's okay. I should probably look up references just in general, though. Anyone else do that? Just not use references, even though they know they should? Haha. Is that one of your morals? To not be selfish? Yeah. A lot of it is guided around of I don't like making people feel bad. Making people feel bad makes me feel bad. Moral high ground goes crazy on this on this one, guys. No, I mean to not look at feet reference. Oh yeah, no, that's one of the morals. Don't look at those. Put that in the philosophy books. I think that might have been in the Art of War, where Sun Tzu was like, to know thy enemy, you have to not look at feet references. Man, whoever's joining the stream right now is in for something, and I don't think it's a treat. But you know, that's the risk you're willing to take if you join a live stream at any point ever. That's just what happens. And it's probably terrible every single time, but especially if you join while someone is quoting something else and it's just insane. Those are great. Context who? I really should look up a reference. But I refuse. For now. Maybe in like 5 minutes where I'm just like, man, this looks terrible. But for now, I can wing it. It's falling apart. And it's barely changed, but it's falling apart. Thinking about it falling apart just reminded me about how sometimes I think about people that know literally nothing about like certain aspects of different stuff, and then insert Dunning-Kruger effect here where not Dunning-Kruger. Yeah, it might be Dunning-Kruger. But where someone doing something that quote unquote knows what they're doing can see a whole bunch of tiny issues, and someone who knows nothing or next to nothing sees nothing wrong. Yeah. Like an actual professional expert anatomy knower probably looks at this and like self-combusts, but I look at this and say, it's good enough. It's good enough. For no reference, it's good enough. Could it be a lot better? Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yep. No question. There's like probably at least 10 things wrong with it, but you know, that's a secret between us. Let's call it that. You guys can keep a secret, right? We don't just go around telling people everything that I'm talking about, right? Can you make a tooth monster? How would I make a tooth monster that isn't just a giant mouth? Because I could easily just make a giant mouth, and I feel like that would not be in the spirit of tooth monster. It's being a giant mouth. Well, you know, sometimes you say things and well, they happen. And also most of these don't even look like teeth, so no, that's another issue. I've also just thought just now, and by just now I mean like 30 seconds ago, that for the Wheel Wednesday thing, for those who saw this at the beginning of the stream, otherwise I can bring it up again, I could open a community post where you could just comment ideas on, at least for now. And then also like lay out any rules I come up with. Quote unquote rules. It can't be NSFW. Big surprise. But I have some other ideas. Yeah, this you know, I was going for Tooth Monster, and this is not a good showing. I don't know what this is. And it does not help that it's all in black and white currently. I mean, if I thought about it better, I'd probably make a humanoid horrible tooth monster. Probably with a face splitting open into giant mouth with teeth spreading out more than the mouth. Because that just makes sense to me. At least when you say tooth monster. Physical, biological sense? Probably not. I mean, I can't imagine a physical reason why you would need, like, 100 teeth on your head, but, you know, why not, I guess. It happens, as they say. Big they. Shadow Corporation they. The idea of the community post is great. I am glad you think so. I would probably do that after the stream, though, as to not impede this invigorating stream. So invigorating. This face is a little wide. And also, that mouth is not in the location that mouths go. Big surprise. Well, I think you're getting the idea. Hopefully. Kind of hard to tell their teeth, though. Or it's supposed to be teeth, which is not ideal in a teeth monster. I'm sure it'll turn out fine, though. Perfectly teeth. Something, irony of missing teeth. Greatest enemy, Tooth Fairy. Or maybe greatest ally, Tooth Fairy? I don't know. With enough missing teeth, Tooth Fairy is bound to like you more. Or maybe Tooth Fairy would be an enemy just by the whole needing to give money for teeth. Something. Teeth necklace, something. Old fairy tale, something. I feel like I'm becoming I was going to say catatonic, but I think that's a little more extreme than what I'm feeling. Maybe more speak passive. That's a good way to put it. It's like I'm already out of ideas, and I feel like I am not only slowing down on what to talk about, but when I do talk about it, there's like way longer pauses. I'm cooked. I'm not made for this kind of stuff. Streaming, I mean. I'm probably all rightly made for drawing. At least I hope so. And I'm sure that you can definitely tell that this is supposed to be teeth. Source, just trust me. Do you know Junji Ito manga? I do know of it. I have not read it though. Too scary. I have like seen synopsises and stuff on YouTube. So I basically know the main points of some of the stories. And I have seen the art for some of the pages. No, I've seen enough. quote unquote enough. Using my definition of enough. I know that I'm no Junji Ito. Uzumaki, yeah. Spirals. There's one where, pretty sure it was Junji Ito, with the sea monster that washes up on shore, and then there's people inside. There's the hole in the cavern walls where it's like, this is my hole. Slides into it. Tomi? I'd have to look at the cover. The only one I remember the actual name of was Uzumaki. I think I've seen some art from Tomi. I don't think I know about this story, though. But then I also know of... Again, this, like, these next two, I don't know if they're Junji Ito. But one of them was where there's, like, people's heads as balloons, and then there are nooses attached to them. And then they go for the people that the head balloons are depicting. That one might not be Junji Ito, but I know of that one. And then there is one, again, I don't know if it's Junji Ito, but where a bunch of fish get robot legs and are powered by dead soldiers. That one's a little out there, though, which is why I'm not sure if it's Junji Ito. But I thought it was. Might not be. And those are all the ones I know. Of, not the names of. Is Junji Ito? Yes! I know some things. It probably won't be winning any, like, trivia nights or anything, but yes. Yeah, otherwise, that's it. That's all I know. And honestly, the mechanical fish legs one, I only know about it because there was a movie on it, so I really don't know. Or maybe it was a show, like just an anime, but I'm pretty sure it was a movie. I honestly don't remember. And Junji Ito is the only mangaka that I know of that is, like, strictly horror. Or at least known for their horror. I could not tell you a single other mangaka doing horror like that. Even though I would assume there are many. Just not as famous, I guess. What I think of his art? I think it's really good. It's just too spooky for me. Too spooky. It's better than what I do, but I can't look at that. I mean, like, some of it, I've looked at plenty of it, but I guess the stories, along with the art, oh, it's too spooky. Art itself, it's alright. It's alright to look at. Very good technical level. Way better than my slop. Insert a bunch of self-deprecating stuff here about my art. Insert thing about don't compare yourself to a professional that's been doing it for longer than I've been alive, probably. It doesn't matter. They're good now. Gurgur. Healthy mindsets only. I think I'm an otaku. I go outside. I guess it depends on how you would describe it, or like fully define an otaku. I have plenty of friends. I have a job. And I'm not talking about internet friends. I'm talking about people I talk to in real life. If it was just internet friends, you might have me. But they're real, I swear. They're made of flesh and bone, presumably. I've never looked inside their bodies. That'd be weird. But I presume that they are alive humans. And that's why I'm doing this stream today and not tomorrow. Because I'm going to be having a New Year's party thing tomorrow. Gen Z equals internet friends. They're real, I swear. And I met them in real life too. I don't have any friends that I've met like only online that I'd consider like actual full-on friends. Like I know people from like just online. But like I would not consider them within, let's say, friend group A, as a way to put it. They get relegated to the online friend status. Don't worry, guys. Everyone here, though, you're all my best of friends. Parasocial level increased. I love you guys. What am I doing with this guy's arms? Bro is stanced up. What is this? What have I made you do? And now he looks like a penguin. That's just how it is. That's just how it goes. Sometimes you're drawing and then suddenly penguin. That happens every time. Ro is absolutely wearing underwear here. Rip bozo. Tiny little fingers. Tiny little thumb. What am I doing? I'm throwing. More quote-unquote teeth. Trust their teeth. Trust. You gotta believe me. I'm sure. Like, I know that they look like little bumps and don't look anything at all like teeth, and the only semblance of them looking like teeth is that they are seemingly, well, some of them, a lot of them actually, are seemingly sprouting from the chest, but they're from the mouth. Trust. Just use your imagination. I'm sure it works. Don't worry, guys. It's a teeth monster. There, now it's official. I'm gonna make that more legible. There, official. Teeth. So now you have to believe me, it's true. It's a fact. It's written there, so it must be true. As we all know, that's how facts work. Which is why everything written on the internet is true 100% of the time. because it is written. And on the internet. If it was written in real life, you have to take it with a grain of salt, of course. What do you think? Instead of just making a time lapse, why don't you try to make videos more interesting and engaging by voiceovers and editing? Because that takes a lot of time. That's the main reason. I am perfectly content with being random little silly goober on the internet that only like a couple 100 to 1,000 people know about, and YouTube hates. Especially when college comes back up, when I have like actually no time. Whew. If it's written on the internet with Comic Sans, it's actually so true. And if it's like multicolored text with a drop shadow behind it, that might as well be like a law of the universe at that point. Anyway, back to the why I don't do editing as well. I mean, I could just get a better editing software, but the one I have right now is poopy. It's terrible. So I'm in college? Yes, I am. I do be in college. And doing job too? Yes, it is part-time though. It is not a full-time job. There is no way. I am a full-time student, not a full-time job doer. If I was a full-time job doer, I'd be cooked. Probably. I have no facts to back that up. But just got trust. For real. Eyes that are looking in the same direction. Person. I need Comic Sans text creator. Make it so real. Wait. How does this work? What? What the heck? I've never used this. I've never used the text thing in Krita? Maybe one time, like a long time ago actually, but I don't remember this at all. I have no idea how this works. Oh. It did work. What the heck? Okay. We should try once of making videos more engaging. Hey, just because the problem with that is, what if it works? What if people actually watch it then? Then my mental's gonna explode. I'll never be able to make a low effort time-lapse video again. This whole canvas is backwards. And I was honestly going to try to do a higher effort video before break was over and I went back to college. But then I decided to work on a different thing, which hopefully turns out. Spoilers, foreshadowing, hopefully. What do you study at uni? So I was originally doing engineering, specifically mechanical. But this year, or semester, I guess, I have switched to video game design because I was not bad at engineering. In fact, my lowest grade was a B in thermodynamics. It's just not fun. It is so... Ugh. Who could have guessed that the most annoying parts about engineering was the engineering part? Brave and stunning statement. Possibly a ridiculous statement that'll get me thrown in jail for how brave it is, but freedom of speech and all that. USA. So even though I have not started a semester of it yet, I'll technically be doing art, in theory, now. I sure hope it doesn't ruin the magic of doing it as a hobby. That would suck. Good luck with everything. Thank you, thank you. And I have to do a bunch of really basic art classes too for it. So, hopefully those are really easy for me. Because I can't just skip them. Because I need a portfolio made from those classes for some reason. I love college. I love how it works. Really cool. Hopefully it works out. It should. In theory. And I should also, in theory, have more fun with it. At least I sure hope so. It would kind of be really sad if I didn't like that either. Then I don't know what I'd do. Maybe just explode into like a fireball or something, but not really. I'd find something. Me when I accidentally draw someone without a spine? Oops. Sounds like the drawing spine first thing helps. So instead I will draw it as like the 8th thing I draw. Perfect. And perfectly healthy. I have once again run out of things to talk about. Time to start complaining about how do streamers do it again. It's a callback to when I did this earlier. I have a great idea. I'll just find royalty-free music on a loop, and I'll just play that instead of talking when I don't know what to talk about. I'm sure that that will be a perfectly fine and reasonable thing to do for a stream, and I'm sure that everyone will love that. Why, hello there, Green Moonlight. How are you on this fine, almost final day of 2024? And then I ask that question and immediately go non-verbal. Classic. It's impossible to be entertaining on stream. How do people do it? I don't get it. Maybe I'll figure it out one day, though. Where do I want this hand to go? Good enough. Perfect hand placement, as they all say. Okay, you shall leave now. Great time here in the stream. Keep it up. Thank you for stopping by. Be on the lookout for that community post next time you're around. Hopefully I don't forget. That would be everyone can yell at me if I forget after the stream. That's allowed. They just have the chutzpah. They really do. They got that entertainer gene in them. And it's definitely not from years of practice and hundreds of thousands of streams. It could never be that. They're just born with it. They're built different. Built better. Built for streaming. Because as we all know, practice and hard work don't exist. You're either born with it or you aren't. Animate it. I've animated 3 things ever, and 2 of them, 2 of those 3 things were like pixel art things on the draw pixel art website where like animating was built in. So if you want me to animate it, also, even if I did bring out something to animate it, it would probably crash this stream before anything got anywhere, honestly. Because the one thing I did animate was, it was not that big. At least in my mind, it was not that big for an animation, and my software crashed probably 3 or 4 times during it. Now, if you mean animate it in some other way, do you hear excuses? Yes, I have to make up excuses. I mean, do you want me to say I'm bad at it too? Because that's true. I wonder if I can even find the one thing I animated. Probably not. I don't know where that is. It was the pond one I animated? Yes, it was indeed the pond one I animated. Where would that be in any of my saved files? Good question. I'll never find it. Skill issue get good. It's true. You're either born with skills or you're not. I don't got the skills. So instead I will just sit here and draw not animation. This is why YouTube hates me. The animation makes the big bucks, and I'm out here. You know, I can't even lie. Animation does not make big bucks unless you have a big team. Because it takes too long to come out, so YouTube hates it. YouTube just hates art. Unless you do art challenge videos, then they love you. But if you don't do that, it's over. And that's why I'm cooked. No challenge videos. No animations. All I got is everyday uploads, but YouTube hates them because they don't get the good watch times. But also, why would they? There is nothing in them watchable. You watch one, you've watched them all. Other than sometimes when I do line art, then that's a little different than the other ones. But otherwise, you've watched them all. This person's head is not attached to their neck. And it's huge. Congratulations on your discipline. Thank you. I just find it fun. Makes it much easier. And also, it helps that I like my art style, how it turns out, and I'm not just the whole time being like, it's bad, this sucks. That's probably not good on the mental. I'd have to guess. I mean, when I started though, I was much more this sucks, this is terrible. Because it sucked and was terrible. But like, you know, that's beside the point. That's in the past. I got over that hurdle. Other things feel joy. To like things and feel joy. That's true. To like things and feel joy. It's difficult nowadays, you know. There's like it's like winter time for me, so I can't get that vitamin D. So it cooked honestly. Makes it so much harder to feel joy and happiness. And also all the grass is dead, which is sad. However, no bugs. Huge plus. Huge plus. Keep up the good work. Thank you, thank you. I will try. Hopefully, the next year, I'll exceed expectations and all that. How will I do that? To be aired. To be seen. We'll figure it out. We'll edit it in post. you'll just have to be there. Smile. I'm sure it'll definitely knock your socks off eventually, based on superior quality compared to other stuff of mine, and not just by quantity. I feel like the quantity already probably knocks some people's socks off. Even though if you're willing to go back and look at the old stuff, yikes. Yikes. You'll stay around? Yippee! We got him. Got him trapped here forever. And by forever, I mean at least another month or two. Smile. Yo, From's back. What am I using to draw? I am using a Huion canvas 16 2.5K. And I don't think it's the Pro. It might be the Pro. And just at any time. So true, so true. And previously I used a Huion canvas 13. Which was really good. In my opinion. For the price. I'm a Huion tablet user now, because the only tablets I've had have been Huion, so therefore I'm biased. Very, very biased. Now you can say I've used Huion and this other type of tablet, and the other type is better, but like, sorry, can't hear you. My bias is getting in the way. A beast of a table fire emoji? Thanks so much. Of course. Beast of a table fire emoji. What an interesting statement. Very brave. Very bold. They're getting the tail. Generic devil tail. Obtained. Poor execution? Maybe. Beast of a table fire emoji. Right? I'm gonna be real. I do not know what you mean by a beast of a table fire emoji. I'm sorry, I don't get it. However, if you pull out the emojis and it looks exactly like this, then yep. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm saying I'm stupid. It's not your fault. It's my fault. You said yesterday drawing was inspired from the False Hydra. Yes. So do you play D&D, or is that just from back in the day? I have not played D&D recently. So that was kind of more from back in the day. I mean, the table you referenced is a nice one. It's a nice one. Oh, I read that wrong literally every time, and I'm stupid. Oh, no, you were right. I read table every time you said tablet, even though that's not even close to what you said at all. Apparently, I need my literacy checked. Yeah, a beast of a tablet. Yes, I agree. You are right. What a horrible misunderstanding from my end. So back to the. Thank you. Oops, embarrassing. Yeah. So back to the D&D thing. So I have not played recently, and in all of the campaigns I have been in or done, there has never been a False Hydra, but like I know of them, and I think they're pretty neat, which is why I just randomly thought of it for yesterday's drawing, or I guess time zone, depending on today's yesterday, whatever day 1713. City Beast. That one based on False Hydra. So I guess you could say it was from back in the day, with it being inspired, but just because I haven't played D&D recently. And I did hear about False Hydra's like, yeah, and it has to have been over a year ago. I can't give you an exact date, but I heard about them a while ago. And I remember things. Trust. They exist in my brain. In places. So, like, sometimes I can pull them out. Which may not be believable by the way that I sometimes say things that I say, and also how I read the word tablet as table like 5 times. But, like, there's things in my brain. They exist. What kind of characters you played, if you remember, as you say? A lot of joke characters. So many joke characters. I played the joke characters. I tried to be serious characters a couple times, but like they'd evolve into joke characters. In the Spelljammer campaign, I played a Plasmoid called Glorpo, who I believe I talked about on stream last time, because I remember talking about him. Do I play Genshin? No, I do not. The best type, really. So true. There was a one shot where we might do that. Okay, I can't, because I know one of my friends is watching. In fact, he was the DM, and he's typing what happened currently. I won't spoil the gimmick of that character because it has not been revealed yet, and it was in a one shot. But yes, there was a party of clerics where everyone in the party was named Terry, just with different spellings, and it was a party consisting completely of clerics. It was all different kinds of clerics, so it was like a war cleric, twilight cleric, and I don't remember what the last one was, but it was another cleric. It was a very conclusive no. I have played it was a fighter, or was it a rogue? I have played a rogue in a was supposed to be a one shot, but then it ended up being like a 5 shot. By the name of Gregory. I would do the voice, but that might blow out the microphone. It was a very funny voice. Biased from my perspective, of course. Very funny voice, if I do say so myself, haha. Their whole gimmick was doing like the help action because they were a mastermind rogue. Knowledge cleric, I think yeah, that sounds right. I have to make joke characters, but I just grows too fond of them. Yeah, and then by the end of the campaign, if you ever reach the end, they're like an actual character, but their name is still something stupid, and they still like have balloon animals for some reason. We love Gregory. We do love Gregory. Gregory was also absolute hero, absolute Giga Chad, rolled a nat 20 every time there was an investigation for loot. Literally every time. Which did allow the party to skip 90% of the dungeon we were in, because the DM rolled a random loot table, which ended up getting just a sphere of destruction just on the ground that Gregory found. I was named after a Catholic priest. Yo. Were they cool? I don't know all Catholic priests, so I'll take your word for if they were cool or not. However, I do have a friend that knows all Catholic priests. Yes, the sphere of annihilation that was just in the middle of a room that was used to skip the magic door. We did get oh yeah. I should explain, as Flip is currently explaining, the way that the Sphere of Annihilation was used to skip the whole dungeon was that if you fail a check while trying to control its movement, it moves, I think it was 10 feet towards you. So basically, we just led it around and used it to destroy a magical door that required magical keys. But instead, we just shoved the Sphere of Annihilation through it. How can, all Catholic priests... That's a good question. He just really, really likes being Catholic. So he knows every Catholic priest. Every single one. Don't ask me how he does it. He just does it. It's quite impressive, honestly. He's also currently, well, I guess actually I think he's on break right now, but he is learning to become a Catholic priest. Getting that Catholic priest education. Goals, so true. He is buddy-buddy with a cardinal. It's true. And who knows how many other members of the Catholic Church he's buddy-buddy with. Probably at least a couple, if I had to guess. How many is a couple? At least a handful. I will no longer elaborate on how much a handful is, though. Well, time to put some clothes on this character, because it's getting awkward in here. On a way to become a Catholic priest too? Ayo. Hey, if you make it, he'll totally know you, since you'll be a Catholic priest. That's just how it works. The instant you become a Catholic priest, he just knows. That's part of the being him, I guess. Don't ask questions. That's all I got for you for him. Oh man. Oh, if my mic picked up that squeaking. Man, oh man. Wait, if you're gonna become a Catholic priest, what are you doing here? Watching my silly little drawings. He's going to seek this year, so if you're going to, you might see him. Imagine. Also, interesting little fact about him, he was in this stream, like, right when it started. And then he left. But he was in the stream for, like, a little bit. Right at the beginning. And yes, the things that Flip is currently saying are true. Flip also happens to know this guy. I won't say how. That's not up for me to say. I am not at liberty to say that. I am not at liberty to say anything of my friends' private lives. I got the words out. You're not going to seek? Dang. It's in a great spot. Salt Lake City. Good old Salt Lake City. Known Catholic hotspot. And definitely not Mormon capital of the world or anything. I have one more thing keeping me as a frequent. One more thing is that I know a Catholic guy. Who's the most Catholic guy I know? Very, very Catholic. Makes fun of Protestants for fun. Very Catholic. Pants. Good old Salt Lake City. good old known Catholic area. Exactly, to know the very Catholic. John Catholic. Inventor of Catholicism, for sure. Ignore all Catholic teachings. It was definitely John Catholic, for sure. Definitely. It was definitely some guy named John Catholic. Yeah. I'm sorry, all Catholics. I've wronged you. And all Catholic denominations. It was a joke, please. I will now refrain from making jokes about it. At least for 30 seconds. I'm sorry, I have to joke. Even though they're bad jokes. Most of my jokes rely on making a straw man that doesn't exist. And then absolutely destroying that straw man. Because when you make up a fake person who has only flaws and only makes bad arguments, it's really easy to win and to make fun of them. It's actually sad you haven't made a single seminarian friend until now, even though you spend most of your day researching it. Dang. The guy that I've been talking about, I don't know how many... He has never talked about a single friend he's made, if any at all, while doing his seminar stuff. So, like, maybe it just happens that way. I mean, that seems sad, though. I don't know, I haven't experienced it. I can't actually say anything. None of these are my experiences. This is all stolen valor. Every single bit of this is stolen valor for me. I only got that third person recounting. Or second person? It would be second person. I only got that second person recounting. Thanks for that. I don't know, I feel like I just made it worse. I feel like saying that doesn't help. I feel like I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But you're welcome. I'll take it, I guess. Like, I don't know how many priests are often friends with other priests, but... Or how many of them, like, make friendships in seminar. Like, I don't know. Like I said, all stolen valor. This is not me. All second-hand crap. Didn't... Resident isn't just a me thing. Doesn't make it worse in any way. Well, okay. I'm glad I'm not ruining anything here. I'm also drawing, like, ever so slightly demonic imagery right now. Oh, geez. I'm cooked. Horns. And really poorly drawn generic demon tail. Oh, geez. John Catholic. Yo, you and John Catholic? Sergio and John, bro. Shaking hands. I'm glad. I'm glad you and John Catholic get along. I wonder if John Catholic knew John Running, inventor of running, who tried to walk twice at the same time. Hence, inventing running. Yeah, if you didn't notice, one of my jokes is literally just the John, and then their last name is the thing that they invented. John Capitalism hates John Communist. It's just one of those things. Just happens that way. However, John Moneybags and John Capitalism is, like, you cannot separate them. Yikes. You love it? Well, let me tell you. I'm not sure if you'll love it the 187th time. And that's why I have to change up my jokes. And by change up my jokes, I mean do the exact same joke formatted slightly differently. Although I don't have that for the John joke. Yeah, it's always just John. John, inventor of Johns. The first John. Or the inventor of last names. That is also who John might have been. It's before John books invented books to keep records. I'm cooked, my brain's melting. Doing more than like 3 John jokes in a row really melts the brain. Not ideal. Then again, when is brain melting ever appealing? Or ideal? Probably never. Hopefully never. The Canvas expansion. What to do next? I plan on going for an hour and a half still at least. Probably. Get my arbitrary 3-hour stream in. Stream is not arbitrary. I promise it's stream. The time limit though, that is. Do you do anime? Now, this could mean many things. Do you mean like draw anime or do you mean like watch anime? Different things, and also yes to both of those. And by draw anime, I mean that's as close as that is. But watch, yes. But I probably am currently reading manga more than I'm watching anime. I'm a binger. If there's a series I like, I watch that whole thing, and then it's just like, well, it's over now. It was both. Well, I'm glad I could answer your question then. So, I mean, the drawing is definitely less so, I guess. It's definitely more anime style when I do like lines and stuff than any Western cartoon or Western style in general, I guess. Is John Catholic and otaku? Good question. I feel like John Catholic was probably pretty charismatic though. Probably had lots of friends. Got to spread the word about Catholicism out there. So I can't imagine John Catholic was an otaku, but you never know. Now, was John Catholic a weeb? Maybe. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Oh, I just thought of a terrible joke about... Oh, it's like not that bad, but I feel like it could be interpreted crazy. Anyway, it was a joke about John Catholic and isekai. Liking isekai, I should say. That one might not go over well with the crowd, so depends on how they take it. I just thought of a way worse way that it could be taken. Oh no, I'm cooked. I hope it's not that way that it's taken. Actually ruined me. Making of things to cover up war crimes, Catholicism, and Japan. So true. We love war crimes here, and by love war crimes, I mean they've never happened here on this soil. And also, we hate them. They are war crimes. They're bad. And also thing here about you can't do war crimes against not people proceeds to do the most horrible things in recorded history or whatever. It's fine. It's totally fine. But the Catholics got better. They modernized. The old Catholics were... They did some stuff. I'm sure you know. You know, the whole becoming a Catholic priest and all. I'm sure you know. Oh, geez, he's been summoned. Let me tell you. Sergio, this is the guy. Get him. That's the guy. Not John Catholic, but he knows John Catholic. It's crazy how he's here now. My dog is going crazy. That is probably... Is my mic covering it up? I literally can't tell. Anyway, if you can hear dog barking, that's my dog. It was me, Barry. I called the guy here. I know we hyped him up, but you can be very rude to him. I give you the pass to be rude to him, because I give you the pass. Don't worry, I know him in real life. Okay, there's no way that you can't hear that dog. The dog. They're meeting. Shaking hands. Oh, no. You can hear it. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. He's getting closer to my room. Hold on. This new mic has a tap to mute. Well, I'm back. No longer barking. John Bark, inventor of barks. How could he? Peace and quiet. No, it's totally... They're talking about my voice. I know you. I know you! What am I doing with this? Spider legs. There you go. Ruined. Hello. Hello, Harsh. I feel like I said that weird. It's fine. We'll edit it in post or whatever. Welcome to the stream. We're having a very invigorating conversations right now. So invigorating, in fact, that I got nothing. I can I don't know. You're stalling before you have to go back, huh? Fair. An 18-hour bus ride? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Isn't that just the funnest? "18-hour bus rides are completely bearable and normal and fun." you gotta do the thing where it's like, have a safe flight, but it's have a safe bus ride for him. They have no control over it, but like it's a nice thing to say. 18 hours, no break. The secret Protestant slips onto the bus. Riot ensues. Oh, Jesus, just gonna do the religion talk. I will do nothing about it though, because what would I do anyways? I'm just chilling here. Being chilling. Ice cream. There's something on my table that's been shaken. And it is. I don't know what it is. I hope that's not picked up by the mic like that dog barking was, though. Wait. I'm stupid. It was literally my old microphone that was rocking. Ah! Stupid. Whatever. It's gone now. However, if that was audible that whole time, yikes. Actual tragic. 3 hours of a terrible listening experience from the easiest fix ever. It's fine. That's what streaming's about or whatever.
Matthew, you here?
I had to answer a question. Okay, I disappeared for a bit, but now I'm hopefully back. Maybe? Hopefully? No promises. And let me tell you, I don't know what's going on in the chat. Bring up the Stolen Valor voice clip again. I don't know any of it. Yeah, no, I'm back. For sure. And there's definitely nothing that will take me away. For sure. Maybe. We'll see. I hold the right to disappear at any moment without saying anything. That is my right. That is, it's my choice. However, you have the right to yell at me if that happens. That is your right. as long as you keep it within YouTube's terms of service. You can say whatever you want. It's crazy how that works, huh? If you're nice, you're allowed to stay. And by nice, I mean, don't be crazy. My moderation's lax because it's just me, and also I guess YouTube auto mod. And I'm nice. Don't make me regret being nice. Interesting about screen naming, and if else, you wouldn't. How could you? That's this close to being too far. You'll have to trust. You'll just have to assume what this close means, because I am doing a hand gesture right now for how close it is. But you can't see that, so you get to decide how close it was, and by decide I mean live in fear. It could be very close. It could be very far. Who knows? Only me. This is what we call a fear tactic. John Limits. I asked John Limits what I should set the limit at, and he told me this big. So, you're on thin ice, pal. Don't make me start pulling out the white person threat handbook. You're on thin ice. That's it, pal. Okay, buddy. Etc., etc. You get the picture. Get the idea. I'm so glad I asked John Digital Art about digital art. Metal pipeline. Okay, now you're getting a little rambunctious. I don't know if I can contain what's going on in the chat right now. It's getting wild for me. But I won't end stream. I can't. It hasn't been 3 hours yet. Or close to 3 hours. As we all know, that is a requirement for me to end stream. John Arbitrary gave me an arbitrary number of 3 hours for streams. Thank you, John Arbitrary. Do I have a favorite John now? John Cool. Inventor of being cool. He's pretty cool. And John Awesome is kind of just like, I don't know, he's not nearly as cool as John Cool. He may have invented being awesome, but like it was kind of riding off of John Cool's bootstraps, so kind of disrespect him, honestly. John Entertainment, you know, it's kind of he's a fun guy, you could say. Unrelated to John Mushroom, though. Fun guy just happens to be like in that same. Schmelvin is pretty cool. He is not a John, though. Schmelvin is not a John, but Schmelvin is, he's pretty good. He's pretty up there. John Arbitrary could simply be Hermes, god of exceptions. That's true. That's true. But like John Greek, inventor of Greek mythologies, might be like, what the heck? And then John Roman was like, I'm taking your stuff, to John Greek, which was like, that was a little messed up. But, you know, John history deemed it such. It's crazy how every important person to ever exist was named John. That's crazy how that happens. And he conjured the Senate. That's true. It's true. John Bridges. He's pretty influential. There's a lot of influential Johns out there. Like, literally, like all of them. John, Nobel Peace Prize. Inventor of the Nobel Peace Prize. Like, what a nice guy. What a peaceful fellow. John, maker of all Johns. It's true. Or, John history made it a little vague, but John may have also been the inventor of last names. Or first names. Those are also possibilities for John. John history was a little vague. Mostly because he had John Vague as an editor, but, you know, that's because John editor was busy. It happens. Johns are busy people. The real question is, how long can the John joke last? Like, can that just carry me? John carry? Or is that too extreme? Too much of an ask? We can all tell that this is like some sort of robot, right? Clearly. Can't forget little John and his house remodeling company featuring eco-friendly wood. No, not the brain rot. John brain rot, inventor of brain rot. Or maybe that was John Skibbity or whatever. Really ruining this nation's youths. And by this nation, I mean like all nations with an access to the internet. Except China, because they cracked down on that. And it's only completely sane what they do. I should not make any jokes about China. They'll get me. Especially, they got an inside man. Flip, you better not get their inside man in here too. I'm actually, I'd be kind of impressed if you did, but I can't handle that. I can't handle being a criminal for making a joke that isn't even bad. And thinking about now, I don't even know if I finished the joke. I might have just been like, I can't joke about that. Whatever. I'm saying I can't joke about a lot of things, but like, I probably can. It's not like they're any bad. Just in my made-up reality, where everything is way worse than it actually is. It's worse. Also, in that made-up reality, it's only things I say that are way worse. What other people say, just, I take them. They're not that bad. In the reality where everything is misunderstood. The perfect reality. Joke about Twitter here. It's all jokes here. We have fun. We have fun here. Yes, we do. I hear a loud vehicle outside. Very cool. Oh, supposedly this new microphone is supposed to have, apparently, some sort of smart background noise suppression thing, which I didn't even know about when I got it. but apparently it has that. Cannot confirm or deny that, as nowhere on this box does it say that it has that, but people said it had that. Which again, I only found out after getting it. What's the most recent anime I binged? Orb and the Movement of the Earth is, I believe, its full name. Not its Japanese name, obviously. I don't remember what that is, but that is what I watched. You hear no car noise? Good. Perfect. Because, there was no car, and I lied. Yeah. I actually live in an area with no sound. For sure, for sure. Do not pull up the barking of the dog. That didn't happen. So fake news. Oh, don't get him started on it. He loves that stuff. And by that stuff, I mean like a couple. I'll let him say what he wants to about it though. If he's even still here. You live in a vacuum of space? I sure do. And there's a dog in here too. Or not, then that barking was fake. Fake by the government. Yeah. Let me tell you, living in a vacuum of space, it's kinda chill like that. Like there's so much less distractions. It's way quieter. You get to wear a cool spacesuit when you go outside. Outside being a relative term, of course. Everyone's cooking. You're preparing a mousse? Fancy. Can I just say I'm cooking up drawings? Cooking used as a slang term. They'll feel included. Easy. Step 1 to feel included. Just anytime anyone says anything, use it as slang for the thing that you're doing. Done. When you say it like that, it feels condescending. You're cooking too, bro. Just feels like you're saying like, little bro, here, take this controller. And then it's like the motherboard with a wire sticking out of it. And then you play a single player game anyways. And I'm just sitting there next to you, holding the quote unquote controller. Did I think way too much into that? Maybe. Was it, as you could say, awkward? Maybe a little bit. This robot arm is they're thin. They're thin, all right. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's chill with having paper thin arms. I am absolutely sure that that will not cause any issues, such as being unable to pick anything up. Perfect. You wrote it in an obvious tone, actually. I'm sorry. Anime talk time. I might be able to join in on this one. What haven't you been watching? Insane question. 99% of the stuff out there, probably. I couldn't tell you the exact titles. robot guy slightly shifted over. That's just how it is. Those legs, sure. The best way to draw them is to not draw them at all. Perfect. No one better question me. It's better to leave the legs up to your imagination. They're just, they're better that way. What have I done so far? A whole bunch of standing around doing nothing. Can you please forget? Sorry, you have to like say what I'm forgiving you for, even though I can maybe kind of sort of guess. You're like really sorry. You might be able to hear my dog again, but I lost the game. You can never be forgiven for that. Beyond evil. Beyond monstrous. That's probably somewhere in the Geneva Convention that you can't do that to war criminals. Because it's too inhumane. Like, I can't believe you did that. I just cannot believe you did that. Might have to end the stream early off that one. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, I'm joking. I won't end the stream early, but that was... yikes. I might have to go nonverbal. You know, just for that, you feel your tongue in your mouth. You can currently taste your spit. How do you feel about that? Oh, you don't like feeling your toes in your sock? Okay, pal. Dandadan is very good. Agreed. I have read the entire manga, other than the chapter released today. I have not gotten to that one. And I have watched the entire anime of Dandadan. This is just standing there again. I keep doing it. But you're wearing slippers? Well, you can feel your toes in those too. Dandadan's based. Just give anyone you're showing it like a warning for episode 1, second half of it, or I guess kind of the middle. Hey, yeah, you should make the moose. Good food takes time most of the time. No, you cannot feel your toes. Insert something about frostbite. I lied, and I had to go again. And yes, I do know why you can't feel your toes. It's almost like you don't have any. Or legs, but you do have a foot, if I remember the biology correctly. Or at least the names, I should say. Waiting for episode 8 as well, it's so true. I don't know what this is that I'm drawing currently. Why didn't anyone stop me? I'm looking at it now and hold on. I can zoom. Yep. That is a thing for sure. I'm killing it's done. It's gone. It never existed anyways, or something like that. Saw the first movie of it so far. That's true. Actually, I don't even remember if I finished that whole movie. I don't remember. Speaking of movies, turns out YouTube has some good free movies with ads. Like, I recently watched Paprika and Ghost in the Shell on YouTube for free. Like, wow. I was very surprised. Something, color me impressed. Which Ghost in the Shell? No, it was the original animated one, but they also have 2.0, which is the original one, but they changed stuff for CGI, I think. And then they might have the second animated one. So it's like good Ghost in the Shell. And then there's some other ones. They have a bunch of good live action ones too, but I have not watched as many of those. And by as many of those, I mean I watched one live action one. Oh, I did watch another anime one, but man, oh man, it's one of those. It's just a bad one, but I'm 99% sure it's bad because they literally just took the anime series for it and then chopped it up into a movie form. So like they cut out 60% of the story. So there's like 20 plot lines that lead nowhere and are only mentioned once, and it makes it very hard to watch. Anyway, it was called Sound Euphonium something. I don't know why I watched it. It was just recommended to me, and I was like, ooh, movie free with ads. Why not? I'll do it. Sure. And let me tell you, it was an experience. And if anyone was wondering, the single live action movie I watched was The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're having very intense discussions right now on, well, it was anime. There was also religion and philosophy. You know, all typical drawing stuff. You doing normal? I guess that's probably on the good. You're not too late? No. I plan on going for like 45-ish minutes, hopefully. Ideally longer. Because I try to do 3-hour streams, and I started, I can actually look at the exact time, 2 hours and 11 minutes ago. So you're not too late. you have a canvas check. It's not as crazy in the yeah, it was indeed 2 hours already, like just barely 2 hours. Canvas check. It's not as crazy as the Christmas special was, but that one had a lot of little silly stuff and not, I wouldn't call this bigger, but it is more detailed stuff, even if slightly. I'm happy you think it's cool. Thank you, thank you. I'm really just drawing this guy again. Hold on. If I can fix it. Don't worry, fixing in process. I'm sure this will go perfect. This is just a little surgery. Surgery on a grape and all that. But this is clearly more intense. This requires much more patience, much more diligence than a surgery on a grape does. And about, I don't know, roughly $50,000 less of equipment. So like, I don't have that fancy surgery equipment, so clearly this is more prestigious, I guess you could say. Can I draw a cat later? What kind of cat are we talking? Like just any cat? Trying to understand a human anatomy and recompile it to the most realistic mecha and do it in 3D without using a sculpting, because I don't have my 3D is drawing to it and it sucks. Yeah, that does not sound that yikes. I couldn't even imagine that, mostly because I have not done like any 3D modeling. But like, I'm also, in my mind, not super great at human anatomy either. So doing that and then transposing it onto a mechanical body, your English is completely fine. Now, I mean, is there always a chance that you could mean something completely different than you're typing and I would just have no idea? Sure, but like, everything makes sense to me currently. And it sounds like it would be difficult creating a human mech with realistic 3D mech with human anatomy aspects. Insert Evangelion theme song here. So, 4 elements. When you say a cat in my style, do you mean like the like the daily art style, or do you mean like the sketch style? Very different outcomes. A bag just fell and it scared me. Yeah, 9% of a human, it looks like an endoskeleton from FNAF. Dang. Making the whole endoskeleton. It sounds impressive. Obviously, my reference frame is very limited, just due to my lack of knowledge on it, but on 3D models in general. It looks difficult though, so it's probably way more difficult than I'm imagining it, which makes it all the more impressive. I should not have turned him around. What have I done? Ruined. I hit it when this happens. No! Gosh darn new perspective. second question on the cat thing, like a monstrous horrific cat or like just cat? Very big difference in those two. Don't need all the detail though. Just what you didn't ask for. The sketch style. What have I done to him? I mean, I could try in the daily style, although probably not. Stream might be difficult for it. Tread endo and exo schemes still sucks. You're doing 3 parallel models. Jeez. Going all out. You really love mechanics, and that's the problem. Or a problem, I should say. Not monstrous cat, but give him a bit of personality, if you know what I mean. That could mean a lot of things. That could mean give him a top hat. That could mean give him, like, a scar. That could mean make him be dancing or riding, like, a unicycle or something. I'm just drawing pocket cat right now. That could mean make him pocket cat for some reason. Yes. Pocket cat for some reason. That's your own project for training. Logic because I have problems with them. Hey, I mean, it sounds like it'd be really good training. At least very in-depth. You can't concentrate properly? Well, let me tell you, I will not be helping with that. Probably. Unless you are, like, taking a break from working on it, or don't have to work on it right now. In which case, I guess it doesn't matter. What a horrific sight I've made here. I don't even know if this is Pocket Cat anymore. This is just horrible. Terrible. I did not mean to zoom in on it. Wow. Beautiful. So beautiful that I'm gonna shrink it down. This is why I should use references. Forever, when you think of my style, it's coming like those snakes you draw, like the ones, those jacket. You think of the snakies. Now those, I can draw quick. It's almost like I've drawn them like 10 plus times. Over different drawings. Crazy how that works. Truly not, because 50% of my training is out of the modeling. Watching videos only see some music. Fair, fair. Not everything has to be hands-on doing stuff. The snaky. You ask for a cat, and I give you the worst rendition of a cat known to man, and then I draw a snake. Welp. Welp. Yep, helping around the house. Helping the family. Family. Now, this may be my own personal opinion, but yeah, I think that's wise. Help out with the family. Day 1475 to be more precise. Draw a cat like that. Time to go look at specifically day 1475. Ah, the little snake dragons, yes. A cat like that, huh? Herm. That would definitely be an interesting cat if it was like those. Also, I feel like that my best chance of doing it would be one of the hairless cats. To texture it like the snakes. I'm sure it would look beautiful. This kind of looks like an earthworm, actually. I like cats too. Draw a snake but a cat. Ah, comment. There's a real one for that one. Don't worry, that is actually so achievable. Watch this. See? Yes. Cat leg. Oh please, I love the way you draw fur. It's so furry. I think the way I draw hair is really good. Fur though, I don't know, it feels like it always ends up becoming a horrible mess. When's the last time I even did just straight up fur? Oh. Forest creature. 1634. Do you drawing cat snake? It do be cat snake. Current cat snake acquired? Definitely a cat snake of all time. That's for sure. Isn't hair just overgrown fur? I mean, maybe. But like, it looks different most of the time. Like, fur comes from all over. In typically shorter lengths. Where hair is just like from a couple spots. And then it's really long. And I'm much better at drawing it from one or two spots really long, in my opinion. Yeah, looking through. I don't draw typical quote-unquote fur nearly as often. What kind of reminded me? A dog music from Naruto? Oh, like the dog that stretches out when you pet it? I think that's the dog music theme thing? Whatever it's called. I think it's like the anime is just called Dog or Dog Night. Yes. Yes, I know things. Yes. Random Undertale fact. Random obscure Undertale reference. And this is the part where it's mentioned that Undertale is not like obscure at all. Due to its massive popularity as an indie game. And then it's Deltarune that also has lots of acclaim. That's the word. Probably. Well, there's a beautiful, completely normal cat. Not an Undertale fan, just have some songs from it. I wouldn't call myself a fan. I know Megalovania, and that's the only song. Big surprise. And then, I never played it. Yeah, I haven't played it either. Okay, I have looked up cat. I am now looking at reference of cat. No money. I have some money, but I don't like spending any money. I should not make this purple. Like, the money I have is also not like anything crazy. Like, I am not buying a house or anything with money I have. You know, sometimes I draw real things and then I realize, like, what the heck am I doing? I don't know how to draw real things. Just gotta grab one of these. We call this cheating. Big Wee. John Cheats, inventor of cheating. He gave me this one. Give this one to me for free. Around. Cat. Might be too round. Cat. I don't know, but good at drawing for me. When you draw something really cool or minimal, when you can sell your art. I mean, I could probably sell my art. I've had multiple people ask for commissions and stuff, but I don't know, I've never done it. What time is it? What do you mean by that? Like what? I don't know what kind of answer you'd want for that. Cat time? Time for cat? Cat, but hunting. Cat, but I cheated by using the Mewtwo. If you don't want to draw furry, you can give him a tuxedo. This is the personality you were talking about, huh? It is cut time, or armor. 4:03 p.m. Hold on, does he find distinguished gentleman? I should not give whiskers if I'm gonna go over this. Or a tuxedo armor. That's outside of my pay grade, I'm sorry. That's too powerful. Too much strength for one cat to have, honestly. In traditional, so true. For me, color in traditional, yikes. I got my graphite of my pencil. That's it. Brown cat. That is That's not what I want. Actually, I'll go green eyes. John Cat, inventor of cats. Yeah, all traditional. I mean, if you're good at it, then you're good at it. But I'm not good at it. I'm okay at it, I guess. Probably depends on who you ask. If you ask people who are really good at traditional if I'm good at it, they'll probably say I'm terrible. But if you ask someone who has never touched a pencil in their life, they'll probably say I'm pretty good. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Something that stands up for basically all professions, though. Ask someone really good, and they will have a distorted viewpoint compared to someone who is very bad. And then you just make a graph or something. Bada bing, bada boom. Cat. Alright, I'm just giving him mutton chops. Being good in traditional is something unreal and costs a lot of money. That's true. Well, there are really good artists with just a normal mechanical pencil. That's really impressive, and probably the cheapest it will ever get for being a good traditional artist. But yeah, that's one of those things that scare me about, well, acting like I'm going to an actual traditional art school. But art school stuff sounds scary just because from what I have heard, it is a whole lot of you are required to buy acrylics, oils, charcoal, canvases, brushes, a whole bunch of expensive stuff, alcohol markers, which is way, way expensive. Ridiculously so in sometimes. If you want to be good at colored pencil drawings, you basically have to get expensive colored pencils to have a good blending and color amount and prevent fading, and they are expensive. Are they worth the price? I mean, maybe if it's your job, but otherwise, yikes. I'm just using colored pencils for coloring eyes because they are cheap and for my first class time. If you need to use them before it's dead. Eyes are most easy to try. So true. Eyes, once you get them, they are pretty easy, in my opinion. Or at least irises. Maybe overall, I can still be difficult with different eye shapes of different characters, yada yada. But the iris itself, easy. I'm using them, just don't want to waste them without using them. True. I guess that's another aspect about physical, where it's they end up disappearing. You can't just be using the same thing forever and ever and ever. It will run out eventually, and then you get to buy new ones. And if you are using those $100+ ones, yikes. If you're doing that, you better be making money off of it, and it's not for the super expensive stuff. Again, prefacing the super expensive stuff. If it's just a hobby, cheap stuff is fine. But I also don't really have a leg to stand on with the super expensive traditional stuff since I don't do that. I'm here being John Digital. You hate chat in YouTube because you don't want to show you spaces sometimes. Yeah, chat is not great on YouTube. But I also, like, if I multi-streamed to Twitch or something, I don't even know if my computer could handle that, honestly, because it's already given me 5 million warnings about the bitrate on YouTube. But I do understand that it is a better chat experience on Twitch. However, I don't even know if I'd like for Twitch, other than people coming from YouTube. I don't even know if I'd get seen. Which, you know, isn't all bad. But why multi-stream if you're streaming to no one there? And also, I don't even know if you're thinking of Twitch as a better option. You just might not like YouTube. Trying MS in traditional because don't have money for a graphic tablet. I suck general knowledge right now. There are, now I'm not saying buy a tablet, but there are some really cheap ones, but obviously if you want, like, ones with screens cost more, which are much nicer, and what I use. I don't know how so many people use ones without screens, honestly. Other than, you know, learning, but whatever. But yeah, traditional is good. And it's not like you're stuck doing traditional if you ever get to switch over to being digital and stuff. There's plenty of stuff, skills that transfer over. Only like a couple new ones that you'd have to learn. Good PC parts, but CUs and Aztec. Yeah, I am. The only tech stuff that I'm like okay with is PC. But I am lucky enough to have friends that are like really good at doing computer stuff. Like one even has a degree in like how, I'm not exactly sure the exact degree, but it's basically he's an expert at computers. Screenless tablets are less drawing asses, but good. Yeah. Oh, did I just move my cheat tool? No. I think it's fine. Yeah, so screenless tablets are like, yeah, basically drawing mice. They're way cheaper. I think you can get some for like 15 USD. But like, I mean, if you learn on them, it's probably fine. But to me, in my having screen tablet, I just can't imagine using them. Traditional can transfer data, but inverse can. I'm gonna watch a lot of videos about that and a lot of discussion on forums. I mean, when I switched, actually, I guess I switched a lot longer and started drawing on my phone, so it's hard to compare. The way I sketch is similar to how I sketch on traditional, though. I think there's enough overlap. Now, if you're going into coloring and stuff, okay, now throw out the traditional stuff other than like color pairing knowledge. They're drawing fundamentals. You can do most of that ballpoint pen and print paper. Look up draw a box. No, not the drawing a box. What would it be called? Practices? Warm-ups? Courses? I don't know. But not the drawing a box stuff. No. I only say no because I never did any of that, like draw 100 boxes, draw 100 circles, draw 100 lines. You don't need it. take it from me, clear and obvious expert in the matter for sure. You, person with different learning style to me, possibly, you don't need this one learning style, even if it might help you. Gurgur harumph. Old man shakes fist at sky. Tasks, yeah. Good word for it. I love those classic exercises, haha. I just don't get them. Why would I need to draw 100 boxes? How much is that really gonna help me? Circles, sure, I guess. And like lines. I have plenty of line confidence. What I don't have confidence is in anatomy. That's why I still do like the shaky stuff. It's not because I'm not confident in my ability to draw a line, it's because I'm not confident in where the line is gonna go. Or where it should go. Very problem that I know fundamentals, but I have problems with using of them. Real. Yeah, it's very easy to like say fundamentals and stuff, but then go into the use of them and it's like, well, it's a lot harder to do it. Much easier said than done. Big surprise. Same with like anatomy. It's easy to just be like, this is where the muscles are, and it's much harder to like know how the muscles actually move. Okay, boxes, circles, lines, whatever. But what do you think of saying draw with your elbow, not with your wrist? It's probably smart. And like just from a prevent wrist strain standpoint. But I don't do it. Is that smart? I don't know. I'm not a surgeon. Do the sound surface lines, just not a single task. Just not on a single task. Yeah, instead of doing those silly little tasks of drawing 5 more billion boxes, I went out there into the field and I drew things with boxes. Or something like that. I never studied anatomy. I drew creatures with anatomy. Yeah. I went out into the fields and I did the thing. That's why I need to apply the content as lessons or drawing. So true. Living like Larry with carpal tunnel. Real. Not yet, not yet. However, check back in like a year or 2 or something maybe. Hopefully longer than that. And you have a lot of info on fundamentals. University program, teaching things you knew. Bro. Gotta love it when the university programs just teach you stuff you knew. And then they're like, pay us money now. Unless you get on in a scholarship or some other program to get in for free. Or at least extremely reduced price. Then it's a different story, I guess. Distinguished gentle cat. The fundamentals don't teach you this. That's ideal. You can do a lot more fluid lines. Yeah, like the idea is you can do stuff like that more confidently rather than just going like a without moving your elbow. Man, it's so funny. I just thought that like watching someone do a really large line on a phone screen is probably so much less impressive than knowing it. Like if someone had one of those massive 26-inch Cintiqs and they just did a line. That's just a funny thought. Cat ears. Lots of the fur inside of them. Silly cats and their furry ears. Why are they like that? Silly little guys. Butt muscles, I know we're in what max angle of deformation of muscles, but if I switch the angle, my brain can't compile and falls apart. Let me tell you, that sounds like you know about 100 times more about anatomy than I do. I'm out here just winging it. Most of the time. It's a secret. Don't let the people that know anatomy know. Shh. Keep it on the down low. Carpal tunnel is so silly that it gave you early retirement in some countries. Yo? Let me tell you, the carpal tunnel is gonna go crazy. All this little cross hatching I do in half the drawings, that's all wrist, baby. I'm sure my wrist loves it. And I'm sure my future doctor loves it too. Especially all the money you'll be able to extract from me. Alright, time to finish off this cat drawing. Terrible start. Yep. Wait, hold on. Not like that. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. It's because I can put on my hands and do it flow. Hey, it sounds like. Did you like get a go for art in university of some kind, or are you just like really about learning it on your own? Practice more. No, not practice more. It's so boring. Just draw what you like more, or create what you like more. It's free practice, plus you do what you like. Sometimes you feel like your brain do a lot of unnecessary things. Real. Bro's arm, I'm losing it. What? My arm is fine. It only hurts like once a month for a little bit. Oh, gotta do the cattail, of course. Is 4 elements still here? Cat is like done. Cat. Sure, the tuxedo is lacking. Parents pushed you to university. Didn't wanna. Did you at least learn stuff that you thought was important? Or do you think it was just like useless the whole time? Because if it is useless the whole time, that sucks. But if you like learned some stuff, that's probably fine. That's true. Is it free, or did you have to spend like $1 million on it? And by million I mean like 1,000. Probably. because those are very different. Of course not. Well, yeah. Well, that sucks. Imagine pushing you to something you didn't like and making you pay for it. Yep. Oh, but you need it to get a better job in the field. Blah, 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 blah. Not paying. Yo, W, not paying. As you shouldn't. That's on your parents probably for making you go. Assumedly. Multiply. No thanks. Hence my mom. Hey, at least you're not paying. W. We love not paying here. You're not paying. So true, so true. It's orb time. That's right, everyone's favorite orb time. I'm sure you've all been waiting for orb. We love orb here. Look at that beautiful orb. Wow, incredible. Free education does go bear. It's free knowledge. Knowledge is power. Yada yada. And all that. Orb. Bash from your own. Ooh. Yeah, that part is. That's not quite ideal. Like, free education is cool and all, but like that trade-off is that might not be worth it. Okay. We don't have money either. Ugh. This sucks. Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Does not sound great. No money pays for peace. Our world's gotta be really complicated, don't it? Real messed up. Real goofy it be. And that's why I'm here, drawing this orb. Because world's complicated. So I'm just gonna do what I like. For the time being. And share with you guys. Talk about stuff. Do little things. Just have a nice grand old time. Like, I obviously can't do anything crazy to help with your situation. I can do whatever I can sitting here drawing. And I hope it helps a little bit, even if it is just like emotionally. Disclaimer, not a therapist. Or a helper of situations such as the one you find yourself in. Remember, kids, don't be poor, then you won't get peace to it. So true. Step 1, be born rich. Step 2, profit. It's that easy. Now, if you are born poor, well, it's hard mode. You're only about 1 billion times less likely to be super successful like that, like the Omega Rich. It's probably fine. It's fair. It's fair, guys. It's fair. Anyway, this is how you become radicalized. Which is why listening to the squeak of this felt-tipped stylus on the screen right next to my microphone is so much better. What the heck? I accidentally locked it, that's why. Oh, and the unluckies. Yeah. And it sucks that not much can be done. And now I feel bad because I'm just some person on the internet. It makes me feel bad. Indeed. I did not mean to zoom out. Eat the rich, so true. They've been eating so many fancy stuff, they probably taste better than most people. They deserve it. Being a top 1%er is it's quite the privilege. It's not fair. I should stop talking radicalization talk. Then I might be dead at 26. You gotta be more optimistic than that. We've been eating our souls. They must taste great, so true. Orb of prevent radicalization. Please save me. Go back to 1. At least live out of spite. So true. Spite the rich. It's the best way. Orb. That's too red. Too much red. Straight orbed on. So my plans for YouTube, I can't tell more info about myself. Understandable. I won't pry into it anymore. I think trying to keep more privacy and stuff is probably, in general, better in most cases. What happened to this shadow? I thought it looked good before. And your mind flew. Sorry for bad mood. What did you do in that stream? Don't worry. Or you. Just take care of yourself. Currently it is Orb Stream. John Orb. I tell a lot more than I need. Because number 26. Think if I... What the heck? I hope that that is not the case. There's a lot of 26-year-olds out there. Or... whatever. Call that... Orb Chan. Wait, who are you calling host? / Orb Chan? This your Orb? Orb of the Orb Show? If you say Orb Chan, they might think you're a weeb. You might just want to go with Orb. You, me? They say MPF around these parts. Because typing the whole thing is, it's too much. It's easy to live that way. It's easy to take care of yourself. Oh, jeez. You don't have to be sorry. Well, at least not to me. Goofy eye looking reflection. Face of Orb. Orb. Yeah, don't worry about it. After talking about that stuff, I can understand you getting emotional. Is orb time a frequent? No, I think this is the first orb time, maybe the second orb time. Welcome back, Flip. You've joined on orb time. Very orb. It's just your paranoia. Orb. It's Orb. Say hello to Orb, everyone. Famed character of Orb time. made famous for that from the Orb show. Friends with John Orb. Sworn enemy of the Cube show. We don't talk about the Cube show here. Or Cube time. More Orb time, please. Send me trying to get you to do a classic study. Well. I feel like you're trying to trick me. And also, Orb time used no references. No references were used in the making of Orb time. So can you really call it a study? Orb time is it's orb. Gets pondered sometimes. Is it respected in the orb community? Literally classic, don't say that. Which part did I say that was bad for the Catholicism? I said I used no references. I imagine it wasn't that. Unless it was that. In which case, you'd have to explain that one to me. I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. It's all stolen valor from the other guy. That's all I know about Catholicism. Which our guy says is really grindy for real. For real. I can't grind that hard. I'd probably get burnt out for real. And not just burnt out for like a couple days because I didn't like the art style I was using for a bit there. Calling a Catholic trickster, which you did, is problematic. Well. You're not a trickster based on your religious views. You're a trickster based on you trying to get me to do the art the way you wanted. So, fine? Question mark? Orb time. However, I think I have reached the end time of the stream. Canvas check. Tragically, I'm sorry. It does have to end. However, I will create the community post to leave comments for Wheel Wednesday. It's Orbin time. So true. So true. So true, in fact, that I'm adding that in. Orbin time. I can never be too sure about jokes over the internet. This is why tone indicators were created, even though I never use them. I just write jokes and assume exactly what you did on assuming that they know that it's a joke. I'll overthink it later, though. Thank you for the live, and thanks for connecting me with a possible seminarian friend. If you can find him, like, in real life, doing, like, a mission trip or something, I would be impressed. But hey, crazier things have happened. Now, I'm surprised you guys weren't like, let's talk over Discord about something. Yes, the stream is coming to an end, but I will be making the community post for Wheel Wednesday where you can put prompts. I'll probably do it in a couple minutes because I'm probably going to put some rules of some sort on there where it's like, don't tell me to draw a decapitated corpse or something with realistic gore. Don't do that. Seemed too early to invite him to Discord. Hey, you never know. How else are you going to make online internet friends with people that you've never met before? Oh yeah, Discord mention. Discord plug in the comments. Art Discord. For anyone who hasn't looked at it, yada yada. Discord plug. Discord plug over. So anyway, thank you for coming into the stream. Thank you for staying as long as you guys did. I will now actually be ending it for real. I will not be stalling. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your year. Have a good next year. Bye bye. Goodbye. Bye bye. Is he on the group chat? He's not on that one. But like, I could probably get him in there. Bye bye. Bye. Okay, bye for real this time. Bye bye.